Where we're located now, for example, even when I was just driving down here, the first thing I thought about was Anthony Joshua.
Yeah.
This is his.
Synonymous, yeah.
He's there,
It's
like really
the biggest
like,
name out of this place.
Yeah, him and I think maybe Elton John or something like that is the kind of biggest names from kind of Watford, and even his story.
AJ's story.
Yeah, you know, because there's been a lot of talk about him, like especially like kind of now. But I mean, there always is. But you know, they're talking about is he finished basically?
He can't be finished.
Yeah. Well, why
Let's stick on AJ.
Yeah.
Let's stick on AJ. That's a good topic. Yeah. AJ can't be finished. Now people are saying, is he finished? He can't be finished. My reason for that is he could draw a bigger crowd than anybody right now. You only finish when you can't draw a crowd in a fight game. If he was out on a fight tomorrow, he's drawing a big crowd. Eyes are on him. You understand? So how can you say that guy's finished?
But then, is there not like a difference between, because I think like what you're saying is that like commercially, is he commercially finished?
But he's a heavyweight.
Like, no, but like...
No. I know where you're trying to come. You're trying to come up. He's not finished.
Yeah.
How can he be finished? Who did he fight last? Dubois.
Yeah.
It was, right? Why did Dubois beat him? Because AJ had a fight. He didn't box, he had a fight. He's like, fuck it, let's have it. That's what he done, innit? So he was open to catching a punch, the heavyweights. Yeah. One punch and the game, the lights out. You know what I'm saying? But if he turns around and he don't let you hit him, and he tries to hit you, he's not finished. I don't believe he is anyway.
All right then. So just following on what you're saying then, when has he actually really done that?
What do you mean?
Like, when is he really kind of outboxing an opponent?
Klitschko.
Yeah.
A funny thing, I was thinking about this earlier.
And
you know, it must be Watford, because I was thinking about it earlier on the way here. Okay, look.
Because
my favorite fights for him, Klitschko, clearly outbox, masterclass. The way he executed it perfectly. Yeah. And the second Ruiz fight, where he stayed on the outside, that was pure intelligent boxing. He stayed on the outside. Okay, what I find about him, sometimes he drops his guard. Right. There's no middle ground with him. Yeah. He's either full on killing you or he's nice to you. Yeah. But he's got to find that middle ground with a killer instinct. Yeah. When he's too nice at a match build up, it's not a good look, in my opinion. Yeah. But then the other side of it is when he's trying to bully man, and it's going on crud, innit? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I mean? But second Ruiz fight, masterclass. Yeah. Even Dylan White. That's a proper fight, bro. That man had a scrap.
And that's what my view of him really is. Yeah, his skills are in brawling.
Nah, but it's not.
Because for me, like even
because he didn't brawl with Dylan White. It was a boxing. He boxed with Dylan White. Yeah. It wasn't a brawl. They had a grudge match.
But what I'm trying to say, for me, there's levels though, isn't it?
Go on.
So for me, he outboxed somebody that couldn't really box. Dylan White. Yeah.
Dylan White could box, man.
Like he's not like. All right then, like, it's in there, for example, in that division, for me, there's levels, isn't it? So for me, like Tyson Fury, Usyk, are people that will outbox you. They're boxers, pure boxers. For me, those other guys that we're talking about now, they're almost like a combination of the two. Like Dylan White isn't known for his boxing ability. You know, he's known for his heart. He's known for he's going to go in there and he's going to give it all. Yeah. Same like Derek Chisora and
I get what you're saying.
So that's why for me, I put more. AJ for me is a mix of that camp, because even like for me, like you were saying that the second Ruiz thing was a masterclass. For me, you can also see it like that, but then I think like Ruiz let himself down as well.
Ruiz couldn't do nothing.
Like
no, he didn't let himself down. Ruiz couldn't do nothing. The difference is like he's fighting AJ's fight. Yeah. He wants AJ to come to the center of the ring. Yeah. AJ dancing around and bam, jabbing his face off. He's not letting him get in, because obviously he's made a mistake once. He ain't making a mistake twice. Yeah. You understand? Like obviously, he couldn't beat what's the geezer's name again? Ukrainian guy.
Usyk.
Yeah. Yeah. So he couldn't beat Usyk. Yeah. Okay, but stars make fights. Yeah. So just because
so he can't beat Usyk.
I think he could have beat Dubois. I think he could have beat Dubois.
But
Usyk can't beat Dubois.
But let's just go on the facts though. He didn't.
He didn't beat Usyk.
Yeah, so we can all think what we did think because see before the fight.
But don't mean it's finished.
Like for
Usyk's
example,
not your walk in the park boxer. So what I'm saying is just because you can't beat Usyk.
no, but like so my point is, yeah, is that as in like who's left, isn't it? Yeah. So for me, just because you can't beat Usyk, you're not finished. I totally agree with that.
Correct,
yeah?
yeah.
Because obviously that's the creme de la creme. That's the top of the
Exactly.
triangle right now. Yeah. But then you couldn't beat Dubois. Yeah.
But I felt
Yeah.
different. I think he could beat Dubois. But
Like-
he fought. He went. It's like you know when you're corner.
Did you watch that fight?
Maybe I didn't watch the fight.
Yeah, you need to,
I'm sure I did.
Yeah, you need to watch the fight, man. Because even like I watched the fight and I was like sad.
Well, when he got hit first, then he went down, and he got back up again.
Like-
but what I was looking at in that fight, if I'm correct, I might be wrong. Yeah, I might be wrong. Yeah, but if I remember correctly, he went out there. What I could see, what I was looking at was this guy said, "I'm gonna have a scrap." So maybe he fought Dubois' fight, which he shouldn't have done. He should have gone in there, like, kept to the strategy, kept to the plan. Again, I don't know what the corner man was saying.
I feel like, and I think a lot of people do it when they're like fans of AJ, like they make a lot of excuses. you know, like because like for me, I'm a fan as well.
Yeah.
So I feel like for a long time I was making excuses, you know, but ultimately, and even like when you use those type of language, even finished and stuff like that. For me, obviously, yeah, no one's finished.
No.
You know, but every reign comes to an end.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, I remember seeing the Tyson's last fights. They were sad.
Yeah.
You know, he was getting like punched up all over the place. That doesn't take away his legacy and his history. To say that Tyson was a vicious killer at one point, he was just knocking people out there front and center.
Or more to the point, he underestimated Dubois. That's what I'm thinking.
You know what it is? I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Yeah,
You think he wasn't capable of beating Dubois? Then?
Because as I said, for me, that's just another excuse. Like when he loses, people always make it like something that he done wrong. You know, rather than you just come up. Like
look on the. But the thing about boxing is on the day, innit?
Like,
yeah.
Dubois,
on the day.
yeah.
Dubois not a walk in the park. Yeah.
Like,
Dubois should have the belts right now.
And as well, like, and going back to even like what I was saying, but with the word for me, it's like for me the discipline is key.
Go on.
You know, because I think a lot of people, you know, like when you get to a certain level, when you get certain fame, you get a certain money, I think it's really difficult to continue being disciplined.
Keep the hunger.
Keep the hunger.
Yeah.
So going back to what we were saying about the Dubois fight for me, he just came because a young, hungry, up-and-coming guy. A version of him that he was 10 years ago.
No, but apparently he used to. What I looked into this fight, apparently he used to. Mama used to spar with him, innit?
Yeah.
Like in training camp, and he used to obviously. Not manhandle, but he's a champ, Dubois' sparring partner, innit? So he probably went in with the same strategy they were using before, but Dubois changed it up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I don't believe Dubois is that much better than him. He caught him, innit? Like I think that if the heavyweights, if you catch a heavyweight, it's gonna affect him, innit? So that fight, you might be right. I might be a fan, and I'm just like trying to make excuses and that. But at the same time, I still think he's got legs. He's got legs, and he might have a surprise coming. Like he might next time he's in the ring, because think about what he's thinking in his head now.
So, because like remember the
You
game.
don't like losing. So, one thing I can see in my mind, he wants to win every time. He's not going in there just to cream the money.
No. I think like nobody, like you don't get to that level, that kind of without like wanting to win and having that desire. You know, but I think because even I was watching something that was interviewing his trainer, you know, and his trainer was saying basically for the Dubois fight that he didn't come into it in the right mind frame. But unfortunately for me, and I've heard that a few times. So that means there's something missing, you know, because somehow then what you're kind of saying, then you're letting outside forces or some outside influences get into your boxing. You know,
and
you're
that's
not
back to the discipline.
That's what I'm trying to say to you. It's not like when I look at Usyk, for example, all I see is discipline.
Yeah, discipline, pure discipline. Yeah.
Just pure discipline.
But at the same time,
like he does everything he can do to the best
but
of his level.
he's dropped off in my ratings. My estimation. Usyk.
Why?
Dubois beat him. Dubois beat him, innit?
What do you mean, that low blow?
It wasn't a low blow, bro. It was not a low blow, and he sat it out. It wasn't a low blow, man. Dubois beat him. Dubois should have the belts, like I said before.
Come on, man.
I'm being serious.
Can't believe you're saying that.
He
man.
tactically, I'm saying it with my chest. Yeah. Dubois beat him. Yeah.
Because for me, for me, even that situation, the two ways to look at it. Yeah. Because even if then it wasn't a low blow.
It wasn't a low blow.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Dubois sat it out. Like obviously he played it correctly. As a low blow to buy time because he knew Mama had him.
But that's my point. Is that like so Usyk in that moment did what he should be doing.
Nah.
Like people are telling the story almost like Usyk cheated.
He cheated. He didn't cheat.
Like,
he didn't cheat. He didn't cheat. Listen. He used as a champion. Yeah, you got on your shield, in my opinion. Yeah. So I rate AJ more because AJ will have it out with you. You beat him, cool. It's done. It's put to bed at that point. Yeah. AJ wouldn't do that.
Like
AJ wouldn't do that. He wouldn't do that.
Yeah. No.
As a man, he wouldn't do that. I put money. He wouldn't. If it wasn't a low blow, he's not affected by it, and he's not gonna try to get his breath back. He ain't gonna sit down there and try and pretend it was a low blow to get his breath back, to then get up to finish. Because man, I got you against the ropes.
So what you're saying is that you don't respect that. You're saying
I don't respect that. No,
yeah.
No, you got to be a man in it. You got as a champion, like. I rate his discipline. Yeah, I rate his discipline highly. I rate the guy highly as a fighter. I rate him highly. But that one move shows that like.
I think for me,
he's a bit snakish.
In those big arenas and in those high stakes, for me, you have to
do whatever you got.
You got to utilize like if someone gives you an advantage. For me, this gentleman stuff is just for the storybooks.
I'm not saying
like what do you want him to do? Like to say no, it's not like this is. There's a lot. There's millions of pounds.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah?
I get what you're saying.
He's hurt. He's got the opportunity to get some extra seconds.
Extra air back in it, yeah.
But me in that situation, I'm not a gentleman. I'm riding that as well. Like, I'm gonna sit down. If he gives me 10 seconds, it's a 10. He gives me 15, I'm taking the 15. Because ultimately, I want to win at the end of the night. Yeah. Not by any means necessary, but
the opportunity is there. If the opportunity is there, like, you capitalize.
Yeah,
I get it.
That's
even that to an extent I have to respect. But as a fan, watching, and I know I'm a Dubois fan as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I want don't cheat the man out. Don't cheat the man out there. You know what I'm saying?
I think for me that's like what you're saying because I feel like I think you ride for your people.
I'm a fan.
Yeah. So because you're a fan to them, you're going hard.
But I'm also a fan for Usyk. But he let me down. That's what I'm saying, isn't it? Like I'm a fan to
for me, I'm not even like I wouldn't even call myself an Usyk fan. I would say for me, I gotta just respect.
I'm a fan.
I respect what he does.
I'm a fan.
And how
anybody anybody that I can rate. You know what I'm saying? I watch you, the way you fight, the way you train, like your potential, the way you carry. I'm a fan to that.
Because
you know what I'm saying?
Ultimately, for the boxing that I kind of grew up on and things like that, you know, like, so I respect that. Even like Floyd, for example, you know, like, I respect that fighting, but it's still not like, it's not what I want to see.
What the style of fighting?
Yeah. You know, like, so like, even like, we were talking about the AJ fights, for example, even like that Dylan White fight for me. That was a really good fight for me. Because two people going almost like hammer and tongs, isn't it? Yeah. If it was like, sometimes you watch these boxing matches and it's like 9 rounds of nothing. You know, it's just it's strictly for
you see me. I'm watching
pure boxers.
I'm watching all of it. I'm watching all of it.
Yeah,
so I'm watching.
Exactly.
I'm watching the slips. I'm watching all of it. I'm watching the whole thing. Yeah. So I could watch. I obviously love to watch a slugfest. Where they're going at it, innit? Yeah, that obviously in my heart, that's what I want to watch. But I still respect skill. You know, because the aim of the game is, you can't hit me, but I can hit you. Yeah. That's it. That's the aim of the game. Yeah. So if you hit me once, I hit you twice. Yeah. That's my thought process. Yeah. So for me, if you can slip and dance around the ring and not get hit, I rate that still. I'm not knocking that off at all. Obviously, I'd rather see a slugfest, but skill is everything. Skill is everything.
No, and that's exactly it. I think like we're saying the same thing in regards to that because I said for me, I'm saying I respect it. So like I'm not knocking it at all.
But you say you're not a fan of. But you say you're not a fan of. So the reason I'm making a point, you said you're not a fan of, like you're not a fan of Usyk. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a fan of this. So I'm just trying to. But let's understand what a fan is. So like, because me as a fan, I'm looking at the skill, and the minute I see, but obviously what wraps into that also as a fan, from my perspective, is character. Yeah. So outside of the ring, your character matters, innit? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so you're saying you like Dubois' character?
Well, I don't know his character. So far, I'm only a fan of him so far in the ring. I don't know Dubois. I don't know his story. I don't know much about Dubois like that. You know what I'm saying? Like to know like what his values are. What you know what I'm saying? I don't know about him like that. But I'm still a fan of his work.
Well,
if that makes sense.
Done and
you know what I mean?
Stuff like that,
I'm a fan of his work. Like, you know what I mean? Especially that fight. I became a fan of him because I didn't know much about Dubois until Mama sat it out. Usyk transferred my fucking fandom from him to Dubois in that moment because he shouldn't have sat out, in my opinion. Yeah, like I wouldn't have expected him because you know the discipline Usyk got. Yeah, how you see him move. The man picked up the machine and he was there on the front line. Yeah, apparently. Yeah, in Ukraine. Yeah, he was there.
Yeah, but he wasn't though.
I mean, it probably wasn't,
It was PR
but
and
he
that, man.
appeared to
Yeah,
be
yeah,
there
yeah,
with the
yeah.
president. Yeah. So when you see a man like that, shield for his country, he's out there and he's a champion or contender or whatever. Yeah. That man can't be sat down on a low blow, bruv. Trying to get his breath, trying to sneakily keep what he's got.
As a situation, but I think that he can because
he can.
For me, even if he was on the front line, for example, yeah, and he had that same mentality,
but he's hiding.
Yeah, I rate
he's
that.
hiding.
Yeah.
What do you mean? On the front line. With that mentality, yeah, I don't want my man in my battalion, bruv. Yeah. Because we bust the corner right now, yeah.
Like,
and you're stuck by the bush, you're done, bruv. Yeah, he's leaving you.
All right then.
Leaving you.
Put it in a situation for me, for example. If you're pinned down, yeah, this is not the time to go out on your shield. Yeah.
No, I get that.
So for me, if he hides for 10 minutes, yeah, and then when those people are turning around to go about their business,
no. But what I'm saying, no. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about we're looking at it differently. We're looking at it differently.
Yeah, you got to use your brain.
We're looking at it differently. Yeah, we're saying two different things. What I'm saying is we're on the same side. What his character showed me by sitting down is that if me, you, and him are in the same battalion, and we get pinned down, and there's an exit, yeah, half the battalion's gone, yeah. The captain said, we got to fight it out because we can't let these guys get to the next position behind us. Yeah, we've got to hold the front. Yeah.
I don't think it's the same.
He's gone, bruv. He's gone. I'm telling you.
I think that's not the same, man.
I'm not saying it's the same.
Because for me, he just, in that moment, he done what he needed to do.
I get what you're saying.
For me,
I get what you're saying.
You're making him sound like a coward.
No, as a fan.
Yeah, that's what you're calling him a coward. You're saying that, you know what?
Okay.
If there's a chance to run,
as a fan,
he's running. Where for me, that's different.
No, I know.
That's a coward. I know. What you're saying.
I'm going extreme. I'm going to go all out. But what I mean, like, that's how it felt like. I'm not saying he's a coward person. Usyk, I ain't saying you're a coward. Yeah. You watch this shit. Yeah, but it felt like that as a fan. That's what I'm saying. Like, it felt like that as a fan. At the end of the day, the guy. But again, I get where you're coming from. I get where he's coming from. Practically, financially, smart thinking, whatever. You're not gonna get up. Cool. It wasn't a low blow. The refs called it. You're sat down. You're gonna get your breath in it. Yeah. As long as it takes. I think it might be like a minute for a low blow or 2 minutes for a low blow. So I can't remember what time it is for a low blow, but it's longer than.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And it didn't count as a knockdown either.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because it's a low blow. So, man, and Alex,
he won't face Dubois again though.
What do you mean?
Usyk.
What he's fighting?
When?
Maybe start September or something like that.
Are they fighting?
Yeah.
Oh man, where have I been? Let me check this. You sure?
Yeah, to go and check it, man.
Okay. So who's winning? My money's on Dubois. Usyk's fucked. He's finished. Soon. July the 19th. Next month.
See that?
Saturday, July the 19th. At Wembley. Usyk's finished. He's finished. He's finished.
I think so.
He's finished. I'm telling you. Please, Adrian, let's get this out before July. Usyk's finished. Dubois is gonna work him. Yeah. If you cheat me like that, and I get you again, you're fucked. You're fucked.
So all right then. So who would you think? Put them up side by side. Who do you think's got the most boxing IQ?
Stars make fights.
No, but I'm just saying that.
Well, Usyk got the best IQ out of everyone, innit? Let's be frank.
All right then.
But I don't mean nothing.
No, but all I'm trying to say is that so you don't think he can learn from mistakes and improve from that last fight? So even if it was like what you're saying, the bar won. Even if you're saying that, but somehow he managed to wrangle it and now he kind of came off the winner. You don't think that he can learn that? You know what?
He can. Cool. But you know,
because for me, that's what I believe.
No, I get you.
So no matter what happened then, I think that right now, in the second time round, because I think he probably I don't know. I think the second time round, he's going to be switched on. He's going to know, you know what?
Stars make fights. Same way certain man can beat certain man, isn't it? Like stars make fights. And I think that, you think Dubois is not thinking the same thing?
Like, and I feel like it's like one of the things, like even like so with Dubois, for example, yeah. One of the things that always questioned him a little bit is his heart. You know, so there was a couple of fights before where they accused him of almost like chickening out, basically. You know.
Well, mid-fight or not taking a fight?
No, not mid-fight. You know, so taking certain shots basically, and then like he could have got up, and he kind of quit. I think even toward the end of the Usyk fight, I think it was the same thing. You know, so his mentality and his heart has been questioned. So even like what you're saying, styles make fights, for me, yeah, that is true. But then also for me, the heart has a lot to do with it as well, and like even like the motivation. So I feel like him and AJ had that thing. He wanted to beat AJ, so I think it was quite easy for him to get motivated, almost like for that fight. Yeah, I think psychologically, yeah, Usyk has one over on him.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, and like
you know what it comes down to. Yeah?
Like I don't think even Usyk. I think if Usyk had even a doubt, he don't even take that fight. He doesn't even have to.
But he has to.
Why?
Is there a rematch clause or not?
No.
There's no clause.
No. So this Dubois fight, yeah, he didn't have to take that fight.
Okay. So he's probably taking it then to put his mind at ease,
Like,
put everybody's mind at ease that he didn't do what I'm saying he did.
Like for me, the reason why the reason why he probably took the fight is obviously he's on like people are talking like he's on almost a final run now, isn't it? You know, so he's gonna retire soon because obviously he's beating everybody. You know, he's beat Fury twice, he beat AJ twice. Now, if he beats Dubois, he'll beat Dubois twice. There's no one left.
Put to bed. Yeah, it's put to bed.
Yeah. So like, so that's why I think that he's doing it. Yeah, because he knows he can take him. Yeah, and he's trying to go down as almost like the greatest ever. Because if he does, for example, I mean he already is, but for me, when he does do it, yeah, then for me he's kind of like undeniably the greatest of this era. So maybe you want to talk about the other eras, but he's hands down, he's the greatest of this era.
He is the greatest of this era, but I did find that snaky, that move. You know what I mean?
No,
Ali wouldn't have done something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, set it out. It was a little bit snaky. Yeah. That's how I found that move. And I think that he might, like, the same passion that he had for AJ, he might have for Usyk now. Because he feels cheated.
See, the thing about it, that's my point.
He's in there now and he feels cheated.
But Usyk isn't AJ.
I'm not saying Usyk's AJ.
So my point is that passion can work in the AJ fight. It can get you something reward.
I don't know. I
think Usyk, for me, turns and uses that passion against you. Yeah. Even like Tony Bellew, for example, he fought Usyk. Yeah, and he said that out of everyone he's ever fought, he said he's the hardest opponent ever. Because he adapts and changes mid-fight all the time.
Yeah, IQ's high, yeah.
He's not someone who has got like one way and that's it. He'll see that's what you're doing and then turn it around and use it against you. And then keep changing until you're confused.
I got to watch that fight back again.
Yeah, watch it again.
Number one, just to see.
And even like watch the AJ fights again. Yeah, especially like the second one. He just frustrated the hell out of him.
Nah, but the IQ, admittedly, with AJ, the IQ's higher. His IQ's higher. But styles make fights. And man's style is impeccable, Usyk. I'm not knocking the man's style. Yeah. I'm not, yeah. My grief is with the fact that he sat down, He didn't give my man a fair one. You know what I'm saying? You know a fair one, innit? A fair one's a fair one, bro. Yeah? He didn't give him a fair one. That's my only grievance. That's my only grievance with him. I'm not knocking the man's style.
Well, there's nothing fair in the world, man.
There's nothing fair. I know there's nothing fair in the world, but I'm a fan.
Sometimes these are like the illusions that we tell ourselves. Like,
no,
it's fair.
Listen, I know life ain't fair. Yeah, I know life ain't fair.
You think of all the stuff that's going on in the world right now. There's no fairness.
Nothing fair. Yeah, dog eat dog. Yeah. But at the same time.
But you want the fair one for this one.
Okay, we're gonna move on to the next one.
Yeah.
We stay on boxing.
Yeah, but I would say even like obviously you already boxed it as well. Then we got to do another one afterwards.
Yeah, we have to.
Yeah, and then
we have to.
And then we revisit this.
We might even have to watch the fight somehow and do it in real time. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
After the fight, we might do like watch the highlights.
Yeah.
And just do one of these with the highlights.
Definitely something that we can do. Do a live, watch it together, and just you know, like
that's definitely. Yeah. I'm still that one move got me. I want Dubois to knock his head off in it. Yeah. Do something great. I know Usyk's amazing. Yeah, I don't know the man. Skill-wise, hands down. Yeah. The best to do this. But that one little thing That's a chink in the armor for me. Chink in the armor. That's what I think. Character-wise. I know you got to win it by any means and that, yeah. But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
My idols ain't doing that. That's what I'm saying.
All right, we'll move on from it because
okay.
we're always gonna disagree. Because I think you, for me, you got it in the box of like the heinous axe box.
Yeah,
like,
it is.
Absolutely crazy.
It is. Hands down.
For me, it's just like it's almost an opportunist.
It's like a dive in football. It's like Maradona's hand of God. That's what it is.
For me,
It is. It's dishonorable. Hands down. You can't tell me Maradona's hand of God. Yeah, it's honorable. It's not. No, it's a snake, isn't it?
But this is the difference, I think, with all those things you're talking about for me.
The ref never saw it.
Yeah.
There were
no, for me, the key word for me in a lot of these things is intent. Yeah.
Nah, man.
Like, I don't think. Yeah.
So, okay. Look. Intent.
If you're like an opportunist.
Let's stick to intent. Yeah. You're in court. The judge is there. Yeah. £1 million. So you're getting done for the same crime. Yeah? But it's £1 million. You didn't intend to do it. You have fraudsters who go out of their way to intend to thief the money. Yeah? They pull a move, they get the £1 million. You didn't. The money hit your account, you transferred it out. You say, I'm not giving it back.
Yeah.
The intent wasn't there.
Yeah.
Is it the same crime?
So the crime is the same.
Taking the £1 million.
Yeah, but even the situation that you're saying, the judge looks at it totally different. Yeah. If I run over somebody and try to kill them, and they can prove that that's what I tried to do, it's a totally different charge than if I'm just going about my business day, I'm doing my shopping, and I run someone over by accident.
Okay. But if you drove away after you did that by accident,
but it's still not gonna make it as worse as somebody with intent.
Okay. Now I get it.
Like if someone leaves like I don't know £500,000 right now, and we took it, like it's a totally different charge that we're getting than if we actually broke into someone's house with a screwdriver, the pliers, rubber gloves, sprayed at the security cameras, whatever it is you need to do that. It's a totally different charge that we're getting. Like someone's getting double figures. Someone's getting you know what? Because most people will understand that in that situation, most people will do the same. Even though you know it's wrong, you know, it's a bit like one of the highest charges you can get to a lot of things, for example, is conspiracy, because it's one of the harder things to prove. You know, but conspiracy is basically intent. You know, because to prove that you
plotted it, you planned it, you intended on doing it. Yeah. I'm still not sold. So, but we'll see after the fight.
Well, as I said to you,
we see after the fight.
Like we see what it is, and to be honest, I have to say as well, I don't even know that much about Dubois as well. So I will say that I've only seen a few of his fights. You know, so I can't even like. Out of all the heavyweights, he's probably the person I've seen the least amount of fights.
Same as that.
You know, I've seen.
But he's up next. He's up next.
So it's even when people, all right, it's even in regards to people being up next, I always want the next person to be the best, not just because everyone else has fell off.
But that's what we're gonna find out.
And I think if he's up next,
but what I'm saying is that if my man,
be because everyone's fell off.
No, but it's not, because that's exactly what I'm trying to say. If my man stood up as a man, Dubois will be there now. There'll be a rematch clause from then. No. Trust me.
But, yeah.
But again, let's move on. Let's move on. We can talk about it for days.
Yeah.
Okay. Next one, same line. Same, we're staying the same topic. Canelo or Bud Crawford? Do you know much about both of them?
I know a little bit. You know, I know enough, should I say, like, you know what I mean, to have an opinion on it. And for me, it's Crawford all day.
Yeah, same as that.
It's not even like a...
It's not a question.
It's not even a question.
No.
You know, for me, this is like the last one we were talking about is more closer for me than this one.
You reckon?
Yeah.
You reckon?
Like, I think, yeah.
I would have said...
Usyk Dubois for me is going to be a much closer fight.
I thought it would have been the same. Like closeness.
Yeah, you think it's going to be quite close?
I thought it would have been the same, yeah. No, not close. Crawford's got it in the bag.
Yeah.
But watching it, there's an opportunity that Canelo can knock him the fuck out. That's what like I'm saying, stars make fights. So I'm not. It's not like as a fan, as reality, as logic. I believe, in my opinion, Crawford's the best boxer I've ever seen, ever. I've never seen a better boxer.
Yeah.
Personally, like IQ, movement, like he toys with man, like executing in the 8th, shit he figured out in the 2nd.
Yeah.
Like it's ridiculous. And I reckon he's better than Usyk, hands down.
Yeah, no, you're not. Yeah, I think he's probably
Like
right,
skill-wise.
Yeah, skill-wise.
Skill-wise, as a boxer, yeah. So, but he can still get knocked. They can all get knocked out, innit? That's the only thing. He can evade. He can do everything.
Yeah.
Both-footed, orthodox, southpaw, everything. He can do everything, innit? He can think on the fly. But my man don't fuck about, bro. Let's be honest, yeah. Like he don't play about. I'm a Crawford there, 100%. Yeah.
Because like for me, like I understand what you're saying, but it's like for me, anybody has any chance in a fight.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, so for me, that there's got to be more to it.
What do you mean?
Just like you can't just say like just if he catches him, because that's like me versus Canelo. If I catch him,
No. But what I'm trying to say, the IQ.
Yeah.
The IQ though, what I'm trying to say, Canelo's already there, bro. It's not like Canelo's not no walk in the park. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that.
100%, obviously. Yeah. I know what you're saying.
So the likelihood of Canelo catching him is very high. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Like, if anybody could catch Bud Crawford, it's gonna be Canelo.
Yeah, but it's still in the if anybody category space for me. Like there ain't many people that have caught him. So it's like
no. I'll be frank. Like, he's got a 99.9% chance of not being hit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But things can happen. I've seen stranger things happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My money, I still put money on him. If the bookies came back like super money on Canelo winning, I'm putting my money on Bud. Because I know Bud's gonna win.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But anything can happen. Like you were saying before. That's what you were saying, discipline. See, he wouldn't have sat down. That's exactly what I'm trying to say now. We come back to Usyk.
Nah, we moved on.
But Crawford ain't sitting down.
Yeah.
He ain't sitting down, bro. He ain't biding time for no low blow that never happened. He ain't doing that. You see what I'm talking about? This is it's character now. This is where we're at now. Because the level, the skill is there.
What? I think as well, like, and that's the thing about it, because we're having this conversation now as well, I think I have to go and watch it again.
Yeah, you gotta watch it again. You gotta watch it again.
Because that's the thing, because even like, for me, it's like, to you, it's a stone wall, not a low blow.
Yeah.
Yeah. To me, it wasn't a stone wall, not a stone.
100%.
You know, but I've seen like both camps have got their own take on it. So Usyk, I see him turn up one day, he had these images, these photographs of proving it was a low blow, and then,
he knew it wasn't. He turned his face.
And then what's it called? Frank Warren's camp was like, you know what? Actually, no,
turned his face.
that was from there.
I remember when he was sat there just watching it. You see on his face, he knew, innit? Like, he was tactful, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was sneaky, innit?
And as well, like, I think even like, it's hard to, it's just like with a lot of things, for example, I think it's hard to compare, unless you're in that exact situation.
Yeah, true. Facts.
So for me, Crawford's never been in that situation.
He won't do it.
No, so like, that's really, you're gambling a lot on someone you don't really know.
I think I know the man's character. I ain't gonna lie. You could tell, look, listen, I'm a fan. Yeah, I'm not talking about knowing the man. I know you, innit? Yeah. That's different, yeah? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know him like that, but from what I've seen, he's a solid guy, bro. He don't play, bro. He don't play, but he don't play.
So like, so you don't think in that ring, he's trying to get any opportunity that he can?
I think if he gets beat, he will accept it. If he went down, he wouldn't want to win. He wouldn't want it to be tainted. That's what I don't think.
Yeah. So you don't think if he was like winded, or whatever it is, or he's hurt, and the referee was going to give him time to recover, you're saying that he's going to say, you know what, ref, this fight's over. He got me. Let's go. I think in that moment, he's probably going to do the same thing. He's going to think about it and say, you know what, I can get another minute.
I only need 10 seconds.
Whatever it is.
10 more seconds to recover,
like, he's going to just, as I said, and that's what, go back to what we were saying before, with me, the key is intent. Yeah, I don't think Crawford would never intend to do that. I don't think he's going to go into the match with a plan, but I think like in that moment.
I would like to think. I explain
even if it's not a low blow, for example, in that moment you've been hit, you're down, you're hurt.
A man's had you on the ropes for the past minute.
And you can get an extra minute.
I'll put it like this, the easiest way I could put it, I would like to think he wouldn't behave like that. Because he appears to be an honourable man. So, and like, but that's as a fan, isn't it? Like, I don't know what I would do in that situation. If I got the belts, I'm the champ, boom, 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 boom. I don't know. But it's a split-second decision, isn't it?
Yeah, that's how I know what I'm doing. I'm doing the Usyk. Like I'm not sure if see the honour he's talking about. I think like in that moment. What
I
I
hear
can
what
get
you're
next
saying.
minute.
I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying.
I'm here to win, not by any means necessary. So I don't mean like
But
obviously
you're not going to go out
it's not
and
steroids
intent. The
or
intent
nothing
ain't
like
going
that.
to be there. The intent ain't going to be there.
It's not like
But
that.
if it fell on your lap.
In that moment, I'm thinking, you know what? An extra minute, like a minute is a long time in
It's a
boxing.
long time in boxing, yeah. Fact.
Yeah. Well, I can get my breath back. I can think.
But you know, they know the recovery time.
Yeah.
Some man only need 30 seconds.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
It's exactly that.
I think I need 1 minute, personally.
And that's why, and I still, even for me saying that, for example, I don't put myself in the dishonorable camp. You can't like change my name in your phone now and say the dishonorable man. You know, like, don't think I'm in that gang.
No, I get where you're coming from. I get where you're coming from.
Because in that moment.
I get where you're coming from.
Yeah.
It's a split-second decision.
It's
a split-second decision. Yeah.
Like,
so like, it's getting up or sitting down. Or staying down, because you're down already.
Like,
so it's like, should I get up? Hold on, give me a minute. Hold on, the rest giving it. And look, I get what you're saying.
Because for me as well, I don't know, I think if the roles are reversed, I think my opponent does the same thing. Like 9 times out of 10, like everybody utilizes whatever advantages we can get in life, we utilize.
So you benefit, yeah.
Like we do it literally every single day. You know, so I know that in that moment, I'm going to have that same mindset.
I get that.
So
we're saying Crawford for...
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Like, for me,
but the void though, that I got to go and research everything again, man. You know, Usyk and Dubois can't be closer than Canelo and Crawford though, man. Canelo's not a walk in the park, man. Discipline-wise, he don't play, bruv.
Yeah, no.
He's fight ready all the time, same as Crawford. You know what I mean? But Crawford, his psychology is different.
I think for me, the reason why I think it's not as close, because I think there's a bigger gap ability-wise. So for me, it's not saying he's a walk in the park, yeah, but for me, it's probably just how I'm valuing how good Crawford is. Yeah, and I think for me, Usyk and Dubois, I don't think there's a big gap. There's
ability-wise.
Yeah, there's not a massive gap in ability-wise. I'm just saying Usyk's cleverer and a better boxer, but it's not like to say like, you know what I mean, it's not massive. Where I think for me in the Crawford one, I think like yeah, Canelo is still who he is.
Have you seen the face-offs?
Yeah, but he's on the and even like with a lot of these things, and even what Floyd got criticised for as well, is that for me timing is everything with a lot of these things as well. Because Floyd, for example, he was accused of fighting a lot of people when he was on the downward trajectory. That's why a lot of people don't really respect his legacy. But some of that's nonsense. But yeah, and I think for me the same for me in the Crawford situation as well. Is that like however you want to look at Crawford, he's not on the way up.
True.
You know, like that is like a fact. You know, maybe there's an argument to say he's maintained at a level. He's not on the way up. Most people would say, you know what, it's a decline. Whether it's a slow decline, and it's not massive.
For him, I don't think that there's any. I think that it's going to be minuscule.
It's small.
IQ's too
fine
high.
Margins. There's fine margins in this man.
But his IQ is very high.
Yeah.
So it's like an old footballer that's still in the game. Like they can read the game. They know what his IQ is too high. It would take somebody spectacular to take him out.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's like
even on his decline.
It's almost like It's like two chess masters.
Yeah.
Going up against each other. Yeah. One has been a chess master and been doing it for a little while. Another one's a chess master he's the new wave. He's been just doing what he was doing almost 10 years ago. You know, and for me, I'm always gonna more go with like same like we're saying with the bar thing for me. I'm going with the younger and the hungrier. You know, like so like yes. But I said that we'll see. It's not gonna be
But I was gonna say, did you see the face-offs?
No, I haven't seen the face-offs.
Crawford, they sat opposite each other. Crawford's like, you know, I'm not like the rest of them. I'm not like the rest of them. It's just his smile. He means business, bro. That's too good for. Well, that's going to be a fight. I think one of the greatest fights coming up from.
Yeah. I think
Canelo and Crawford are going to be one of the greatest fights.
Like 100%, and those are there for me. Like fight-wise, for example, I'm more excited to watch that fight than the Usyk Dubois.
No. After he sat down, I'm excited to watch both.
Yeah.
I can't believe I can't remember that they had a fight, the second fight coming up.
Because like when it comes to like what I was saying with and I'm just saying with the types of fights that I like to watch. You You know, I know that Usyk is going into the fight on straight tactics.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, it's just straight tactics.
But so's Bud.
Yeah, yeah, but I think for
The
whatever
problem with
reason,
him, he can't let my man
the
get.
Bud one looks better for me. When he does the little and he just catches them.
You know, I'll tell you what it is.
For me, Usyk.
I'll tell you what it is.
Usyk
Now,
is
I'm
a
gonna explain to
professional.
you. I'm gonna tell you what it is.
Yeah.
Subconsciously, you know I'm right. You shouldn't have sat down. That's right.
Please like, comment, share, and subscribe.